Most people see the finished product on the shelf, but what happens before that is rarely understood. Manufacturing is not just about making the product. It involves controlling consistency, handling materials properly, and ensuring every batch performs the same. Small variations at this stage can affect the final product. So understanding how manufacturing actually works helps in making better decisions while building a product brand. In practical terms, manufacturing directly affects how the product performs in the market. If the process is stable, the product feels consistent every time a customer uses it. If the process is not controlled properly, variations can appear in texture, performance, or overall experience. Customers may not see the manufacturing process, but they experience its result. So consistency in manufacturing is not just a technical aspect. It becomes part of the customer's trust in the product. Once the product sample is finalized, the next step is converting it into a production plan. This means defining exact quantities, measurements, and process steps. A small sample may work well, but scaling it to production requires accuracy. Even small changes in proportion or process can affect the final result. So the sample is carefully translated into a structured production method before manufacturing begins. Before mixing begins, raw materials need to be handled carefully. This includes selecting the correct materials, measuring them accurately, and preparing them for processing. Consistency starts at this stage. If materials are not measured or handled properly, it can affect the final product. Proper storage, labeling, and handling of materials help maintain reliability in production. This is the stage where the product is actually created. Materials are combined in a defined sequence and processed under controlled conditions. The order of mixing, timing, and method all influence the final result. A stable process ensures that each batch behaves in the same way. So this stage is not just about combining ingredients. It is about controlling how the product takes form. Quality is not checked only after production. It is monitored during the process itself. At different stages, the product may be observed, measured, or adjusted to ensure it stays within the expected range. This helps prevent variations before they become problems. By controlling the process as it happens, consistency can be maintained more effectively. Once the product is ready, it moves into the filling and packaging stage. The product is transferred into bottles in controlled quantities. This is followed by sealing, labeling, and preparing the units for distribution. Accuracy and cleanliness at this stage are important to maintain consistency across all units. This is where the product takes its final form as seen in the market. After packaging, the products are handled in batches. Each batch is usually identified and recorded for tracking. Proper storage conditions help maintain product stability until it reaches the market. Documentation helps in maintaining consistency and tracing any issues if they arise later. This stage ensures that the product remains reliable even after production is completed. In many cases, problems do not come from the idea, but from how the process is handled. Small inconsistencies in measurement, changes in process steps, or lack of proper control can lead to variation in the final product. Sometimes documentation is not maintained clearly, making it difficult to trace issues. In some cases, handling and storage are not consistent, affecting product stability. These are not always visible at the beginning, but they appear over time in the market. So manufacturing is not only about producing, it is about maintaining discipline in the process. For someone starting a product brand, it is not necessary to manage all these processes personally, but it is important to understand how they work. Knowing the stages helps in evaluating manufacturing support and asking the right questions. Consistency, process control, and proper handling are more important than just production capacity. A clear understanding at this level helps in building a more reliable product. When the process is structured and controlled, the product remains consistent and reliable. Understanding how this works helps in building a stronger product brand. With a clear process and disciplined execution, manufacturing becomes a stable part of the overall system.